Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hello everyone and welcome to our today's lesson. Inshallah, today we are going to cover the following, which is listen and discuss pages 82 and 83. It's actually the new unit which is going green. Let's first go over the time plan, which is actually very important. At the beginning, we'll introduce Unit 6, which is going green. And of course, we'll introduce listen and discuss questionnaire about how green you are. And then, of course, we'll answer some questions from the student book and on page 82 and 83 and workbook on page 57. As you see here, guys, okay, this is our today's lesson, which is actually listen and discuss. Of course, we'll go over the unit's goal, okay, we'll go over them together and we'll then, inshallah, move to our lesson. As you see here, we'll go over the first part, which is evaluate how green you are, discuss ways to be environmentally responsible, make suggestions, use gerunds after verbs, use infinitives after verbs, express preferences with I'd rather, use simple present tense and the present progressive, use conditional sentences with present and future forms. We'll look at this picture at the beginning, okay, because it's very important and actually will help us in our today's lesson. As you see here, okay, we have different pictures related to the green, okay, or go green, okay, and as you see here, we have some garbage, and of course here we have some of the pollution that actually come out the factors, okay, in different places of the world. And of course here we have other pictures. I'd like you guys to think about this picture and get ready, okay, to go deeply in our lesson. Of course, we have something very important, okay? We have this actually sample which is earth friendly, and of course we have this in Arabic, as you see here, al-akhdar awfar وأنت اختر لونك. Of course, this is actually related to the global, okay, or international and environment actually awareness. And of course, this part or this picture actually is showing us how the actually authorities in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia actually working to actually make people aware of keeping actually or saving the environment. So this is actually very important. For now, guys, we'll go over some of the question, which is actually very important and related to our lesson. What does it mean to go green? So this is actually very important, and I'd like you to think about this question. We'll discuss this together. What are some ways that people can go green? And what do you think this is? Of course, if we go over this question, what does it mean to go green? Actually, it means if someone actually living in an area or in a place or in a country, he must protect the environment. And of course, this is actually can work through different levels, okay? We have to actually keep the environment so clean. We have to keep the environment so healthy, okay? We start doing this, okay, from our houses and from our homes, okay? And of course, when we go out, okay, we have to keep this too. So this is very important. What are some ways that people can go green? What do you think this is? So it's a wind farm, a non-polluting way of generating electricity. Are there any wind farms near where we live? Of course, sometimes we have. How green are you? Okay. So for now, guys, okay, we'll have this part, which is actually how green are you? Okay. Of course, we'll read a questionnaire, okay, and we'll listen to this questionnaire, and then at the end, okay, of this questionnaire, we'll score, okay, how much we are green, how much we are aware, okay, of the saving our environment or our earth. So read the questionnaire and then write a definition for go green. We discussed this earlier. We can go over other parts. Write some ways a person can go green. Of course, here, okay, we have the questionnaire, which is actually read by a student, okay, who's Ibrahim. We'll listen, guys, now to the questionnaire, okay, and of course, I'd like you, okay, to think about each question. Of course, we have different choices related to each question. I'd like you to choose the best, okay, answer that actually representing you, okay, because it's actually related to environment and how to keep environment. So we'll listen now to the questionnaire, okay, and this is the first question. Let's now start.
When What do you do when you finish using your computer for the day? A. I leave the computer on so that I don't have to wait for it to boot up the next morning. B. I put the computer in sleep mode. C. I turn the computer off so it doesn't waste any energy at all.
So we listened to the first question, which is actually asking about what do you do when you finish using your computer for the day. So as you see here, we have three choices. I'd like you to choose the best one, okay, that actually represents you. And at the end of the questionnaire, we'll see how much you scored, okay? And of course, we have something or a procedure actually related to these questions. Let's go over the second question.
2. When you go shopping, what kind of bag do you use for your groceries? A. I put all my groceries into double plastic bags. B. I put them into brown paper bags. C. I wouldn't consider using anything but the reusable canvas bags that I bring with me.
As you know, guys, okay, that we are actually going to do shopping, and of course, sometimes, okay, we have to actually carry our goods or things, okay, with bags. And of course, this question is asking you, okay, what is actually the suitable, okay, type, okay, of bags, okay, that you are take, okay, to carry your bags. Of course, we'll actually reach to the end, and of course we'll see how each one of these questions actually must be done. Let's go to the third part.
3. What kind of fruits and vegetables do you prefer eating? A. I prefer eating fruits and vegetables that look perfect. I don't mind if pesticides were used to grow them. B. I prefer to eat organic fruits and vegetables when possible. C. I prefer to eat organic fruits and vegetables that have grown myself.
You know, guys, that actually we actually sometimes, like, you want to have some of the fruit which is actually healthy, and of course we have organic foods and regular foods, okay? And this actually question is asking about what you are eat, okay? What you are preferred to eat, which is actually organic or the regular foods. We'll go over the fourth one.
4. What is the source of your drinking water throughout the day? A. I buy individual bottles of water and drink them throughout the day. B. I buy one bottle of water and refill the bottle throughout the day. C. I fill a glass with water from a large reusable bottle throughout the day.
You know, guys, the importance of drinking water. And of course, we have to actually drink water as much as we can. And of course, this is very important. So as you see here, okay, it's actually asking you about the source of your drinking water. Is it the regular source that we actually can have through the regular way, or actually sometimes we buy some bottles? We'll actually go over the fifth part, which is very important.
5. Do you recycle your garbage? A. Recycling takes too much effort. I just throw all of my garbage in the trash can. B. Sometimes I forget to recycle items, but I intend to get better about it. C. I put all of my plastic, paper, glass, and metal garbage in recycling bins.
Of course, we have something very important called recycling, and of course, it's actually globally actually available. And of course, if we think about this, okay, we can find that actually recycling is very important, and we can benefit of recycling some of the items in our houses.
6. What would be your most important consideration when buying a car? A. I would be most concerned with having a big, cool-looking car. B. I'd be most concerned with fuel efficiency. C. Cars are bad for the environment. I just use public transportation or my feet.
In this part, guys, okay, we are looking, or we are actually discussing which actually the best way, okay, of actually must be considered when we buy a new car. So this is actually the choices A, B, C. We'll discuss them and we'll see which one is the suitable or the best, inshallah, at the end. For now, guys, we'll go over the seventh part.
7. How do you set your air conditioner on a hot day? A. I hate being hot. I turn the air conditioner up until the house almost feels cold. B. I set the air conditioner at a comfortable temperature during the day and turn it down at night. C. I set the air conditioner fairly low and dress in light clothing to keep cool.
You know that we all want actually to have the air conditioners, and of course at the summer days, we actually making them actually on all the time, because of the hot of the day. So in this part, we are discussing how do you set your air conditioner on a hot day. So this is very important.
Eight. Do you try to conserve water? A. I never think about water. I love taking long hot showers. B. I try to be aware of my water consumption. I take quick showers and turn off the tap while I'm brushing my teeth. C. I try hard to conserve water. I collect rainwater in a tank and use it for watering my garden.
So here we are discussing the importance of water and how we actually preserve water, of being consumed, So this is very important. For now, guys, we'll go over this coding, And before we start, I'd like you, to think about these parts, Give yourself 1 point for each A answer. So whenever you answered the questionnaire as A, you have to give yourself 1 point. So this is the procedure. Give yourself 2 points for each B answer. So whenever you answered B, you have to give yourself 2 points. Give yourself 3 points for each C answer. So we have A, which is 1 point. We have B, which is 2 points, and of course we have 3 actually points, which is C. We'll listen now to this coding, As you know, we listened to a questionnaire, and of course we have a percentage, and of course we have a result. So this is actually the result. We'll listen together, guys.
Scoring 8 points. You are a very light shade of green. Try to learn more ways of being environmentally responsible. 9 to 16 points. You are medium green. You make a real effort to take care of the environment. Challenge yourself to become even greener. 17 to 24 points. You are the deepest green. Your actions make a big difference. Congratulations and keep up the good work.
So as you see, guys, we have these 3 parts, we discussed the procedure, and of course here we have, if you got 8 points, you are at a very light shade of green. Try to learn more ways of being environmentally responsible. So when you actually got this score, you have to think, or you have to rethink, about your actually awareness, of keeping actually environment so clean. And of course, when you got 9 to 16 points, you are medium green. You make a real effort, or a real effort to care for the environment. Challenge yourself to become even greener. So on this part, you are you are moderate, but you have to work, you have to work, because actually we would like you to be in this part. So when you got 17 to 24 points, you are the deepest green. Your actions make a big difference. Congratulations and keep up the good work. So this is what we are actually want you to actually reach, because this is our goal, and of course this is our today's topic, which is actually being green, to go green, and of course to actually save the environment, and of course make the environment so clean. For now, guys, we have an exercise, which is exercise A on page 83. We'll go over this exercise. We'll do it together. Let's start now. Of course, we have some words, which is actually very important. We have conserve, organic, and source, pesticides, and air conditioner, consumption. We'll go over them. We'll do them together. Let's see what is actually suitable for number 1. It's freezing in here. Why is the sit so high? Let's see, what is it? Of course, it's air conditioner. Good, guys. Good job until now. Number 2, Half of the average family's energy is used for heating and cooling their home. Let's see. It's actually consumption, okay? And number 3 is farmers use to stop bugs and weeds from killing their crops. Let's see, what is it? It's actually pesticide. Number 4, food is produced entirely without chemicals. What is this? Actually, it's organic. And number 5, pollution is the of many environmental problems. Let's see, it's actually source. Very good, excellent guys. What about number 6? When the cost of electricity increases, people are more likely to, let's see, conserve energy. So this is actually the first part of this exercise. Let's keep on. Of course, here we have a comprehension questions, okay, which is actually answer the questions. Name 2 ways you can conserve water. So this is actually the first question. Of course, you can collect rainwater for use, okay, not leave the water running, take quick showers. So this is actually very important. You have to think about this because the importance of water is actually nowadays are more actually interested by others. Let's see number 2. What is something green to consider when buying a car? So this is actually very important. Okay, when we buy a new car, okay, we have to look actually at the consumption, okay, of oil, okay, which is actually related to going green. Let's see. Of course, it's fuel efficiency, okay, this is very important. And number 3, what materials can be recycled? So recycling is very important, okay, which actually means how we can benefit, okay, of this certain goods or items which is actually old or not used in our houses, and of course make them so beneficial and we can use them one more time. So this is actually the concept of the recycling. So what materials can be recycled? Of course, plastics, papers, glasses, and metal. All these, okay, items can be recycled at homes and at other places. Of course, here, comprehension questions, okay, answer them. How can farmers make fruits and vegetables that look perfect? Let's see, guys. They can use pesticides, okay, this is actually the answer of number 4. What about number 5? What's the worst way to bring home your groceries? Of course, it's actually in plastic bags. That's why the awareness of using, okay, the actually other types of bags is actually now increased, okay, in the world. And of course, this is actually a way of going green. So in plastic bags, this is actually the majority of people using plastic bags, okay, to carry their goods or items. Of course, here, okay, we have exercise A on page 57 in your workbook. Okay, write the words from the box next to your definitions. It's actually interesting one. Let's do it together. Of course, we have the words here: conserve, efficient, and plastic, tapware or water, consumption, and of course we have organic. Let's go over the recycle, of course, thermostat, crank up, pesticides, and of course we have source. Let's go over the first one. This is when food and plants are grown without chemicals. Let's see, guys. It's actually organic. So this is the meaning of organic. So this is actually a definition, okay, and this is the word related to that definition. We have number 1. This is the water that you get right out of the sink. Let's see, guys. Tap water. Number 2. This is what we do when we turn something up, like the heat or the volume on our radio. It's actually crank up. And number 3 is these are chemicals that farmers use to keep bugs and animals away from the fruits and vegetables they grow. It's actually pesticides. And number 4, this is the gauge, okay, that controls the temperature of our heat, air conditioning, or hot water heater, which is actually a thermostat. Let's keep the rest of this exercise. Number 5, this is when we try to save something by only using a little of it. We usually do this because there is a limited supply of and we don't want to waste it, which is actually conserved. And of course, here we have number 6, which is this is a synthetic, okay, material that we use in place of metal and wood. It's light and difficult to break, which is actually plastic. Number 7, this is the act of using something or the amount that we use of something, which is actually consumption. While number 8 is this is where something comes from the origin, which is actually source. And number 9, this is how we describe something that is productive or economical, which is actually efficient. And of course, we have 10, which is the last one. This is when we make something new out of old material, which is actually recycled. For now, guys, okay, we have actually exercise actually B on page 57 on your workbook, which is actually answer the questions. Why do farmers use pesticides? What is one problem with using pesticides to grow food? Let's go over this part. Pesticides keep bugs and animals away. They can hurt the environment. So this is the answer of number 1. Number 2, what can you crank up? It's actually you crank up the radio, the TV, the heat, and the air conditioning. Number 3, what are some things that are commonly made of plastic? It's actually bottles, silverware, and furniture are commonly made of plastic. While number 4 is what things do you or your family recycle, which is actually we recycle plastic and glass bottles, tins, cans, and paper. And number 5, why do most people want cars that are fuel efficient? And of course, it's they want to save money on gas. Okay, guys, that's all for today. Thank you very much. See you soon.